So this is going to be a ad-libbed sort of discussion. Um, Before we get into any sort of gameplay, currently live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Frostlight. Um, and I felt sort of obligated to discuss a certain topic today in regards to Destiny. Obviously, I'm a really, really small creator, and there's a good chance that my voice not be able to be projected towards any of the developers or any of the execs that are on the upper end of management. Um, but I felt that it is important for me to voice my concerns and my criticisms towards how things are being handled. Um, and just overall, just open up discussion for anyone who would be willing to have these kind of conversations, whether they're a part of the community or if they're on development side or any anyone that wants to have a discussion on things that have been going on. So if I pull up this update, and let me switch over to this real quick. This week's update in Destiny. Today that I am streaming is the 14th of May. And if we look on our calendar, as of the 12th on Tuesday, we are 1, 2, 3. We're less than a month away from the June update. That has been delayed for since March, so it's been about almost 3 months since there's been any sort of meaningful information that we have gotten in regards to the update, minus the stuff that we've already known. This week's update, as we can see, is another sense of just community stuff that's going on within the game, as well as some community emblems that they're going to be giving out for specific things that, such as cinematography and art and stuff like that. Um, as great as this stuff is, I feel like it should be at the point right now where we're starting to get more and more information, because it's literally less than a month away at this point. I don't really understand who could possibly be making the decisions to keep information from the community. I don't know who is in charge of saying when things can be published. Um, it's just frustrating, and I know for a fact that I'm not the only person in the community who makes content in this game or is like really, really passionate about wanting Destiny to succeed. I can't imagine that I'm the only person that's like not satisfied with the lack of information that they're getting. If we go back to this specific dev blog, which was at the time September 9th in 2024, when they were trying to set us up for the next saga of Destiny, with Apollo being Edge of Fate and Behemoth being Renegades. They were basically giving us insights over the months on what they were going to be doing with the game. And we can see that they, over the course from September up until the point where Edge of Fate came out in May. I mean, granted, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits of information that we got over the course of the lead up to the Edge of Fate's release, where this is pretty significant bits of information. Changes to the core game, changes to rewards, the unfortunate birth of the portal, changes to raids and dungeons, modifiers, and the changes to armor with Armor 3.0. Where was there, like, at a point in time where this sort of method was decided by either execs or game directors or leads, where they thought that doing this, giving the community this much information, is not a good idea? Where was that conversation? As someone who is, trying to become a creator, a streamer within the Destiny 2 community, I just don't understand why, with the level of uncertainty that we as a community have, I don't know why there are some people within either the execs or the development side that are seeing things in tweets and reading people's comments. I don't understand, like, why there seems to be a lack of urgency towards restoring, faith and trying to earn back our trust. It's really, really concerning to me, because I feel like at this point there should be, like, excuse me, a sip of water. 1 second. Excuse me. I mean, we have things such as Pantheon 2.0 and the armor that's getting the tiered system, as well as the weapons. How is crafting weapons going to actually work? Like those 3 things in itself could have been updates and posts that were leading up for literally the next 4 weeks, because we're only getting one update a week with the twabs and the twids. This week could have been about like, hey, information on Pantheon. The week after this week could have been the information on, the set bonuses on the armor and some of the like the new uh perk pools with the weapons. And then the following week could have been the other thing. The week before the update cut, like 2 weeks before the update comes out, and then the week before the update would have just been a recap of everything that they talked over, just so that information is retained. If for anyone that is watching this, we can see that like my entire VTuber persona is based around Destiny because I love the franchise. It has been like the most incredible thing that I've ever been a part of. It's literally my favorite game. I want this game to succeed more than anything. I would love to see even like the whole Destiny 3 like become a thing and see this game like flourish and last for literally as long as it possibly could. But I can't help but feel like we're just not being willing to have like our voices heard because there's no momentum. There's no hype that's being built up with an update that was literally supposed to come out 3 months ago. And they're not getting us excited whatsoever. They're not showing us things to look forward to. Like this has been basically, it's all been community stuff for the last how many months? 2.5 months, 3 months, like, which is great. Yeah, yeah. I'm all for like community engagement and everything like that, and people getting involved in activities and stuff. But where's the urgency? Just doesn't feel like it's there at the moment. And I don't understand game development or anything like that. I'm not a dev. I've wanted to, when I was younger, I wanted to potentially become a developer, but I just, that sort of interest kind of fizzled out because I enjoyed playing more than I like enjoyed like the technical side of creating and everything like that. Um, I just wish they had gone a different route instead of making this another community oriented post. Bungie developers, executives, if any of you are watching this, as someone who is extremely, extremely passionate about your game, extremely, extremely like wanting you guys to succeed in your endeavors with continuing to create, worlds and characters and just making the best sort of gaming experience that, you guys could possibly make. You guys, I would I would plead and I would urge, you know, any of you that might be listening to start affirming that you guys are taking in the information that we are giving you. Um, and start showing us that, the things that we are saying are actually being taken to heart and taken into consideration. Because I don't want this game to die. I don't want to be one of the doom and gloomers that are being like, "Oh, Destiny's dead. Destiny's on its last life." I'm not gonna believe that it's dead until you guys like say that we're done with this. I still believe there's gonna be another raid that's coming out this year. You know, hopefully by the end of this year we'll be getting another one. Hopefully we'll get the information on the June update starting next week. I pray to God we do, because at that point we're 3 weeks out. But I just plead and I urge you guys to start just talking to us. I really, really hope you guys start talking to us, the community. I appreciate anyone who watches this. I appreciate anyone who, you know, allows me to express, my concerns with, the state of the game and the communication. This was all ad libbed. I didn't really have a script or bullet points to go on. I just wanted to talk about the unfortunate disappointment that we don't have information 4 weeks out from a big update that's will more than likely be make or break for the game. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.